Hi, I'm author and journalist David Chase Taylor, and I am reporting to you from Zurich, Switzerland, where I've applied for political asylum on March 8, 2011. This video is about the hunger strike that I'm going on effective last night, midnight, my birthday, April 15, 2013. As many of you know, I applied for political asylum in Switzerland after releasing a book which essentially caught the Obama administration red-handed attempting to conduct an act of nuclear terrorism at Super Bowl XLV in Dallas, Texas on February 6, 2011. I am very aware that this is a substantial charge to make, and therefore, as Einstein once said, condemnation without investigation is the height of ignorance, so I encourage those that are unfamiliar with the case to go to nuclearbible.com and review the evidence for yourself. Despite overwhelming direct and circumstantial evidence against the Obama administration, and in my case for political asylum, I have been denied political asylum by the Swiss government. My case for political asylum essentially comes down to four main points. The first point is that I am being treated as an illegal immigrant into Switzerland, which means that I am being subjugated to refugee asylum law. They essentially want me to surrender all my passports and documents, and if I am not granted asylum, then I will be kicked out of the country within 48 hours, despite the fact that I'm an EU and US citizen and the holder of a Swiss B residence permit valid till 2015. Also, the Swiss government refuses to issue a legal and binding document which states the asylum laws which apply to me, particularly as an EU and US citizen. Despite numerous phone calls, emails, and appointments, they've refused to render this document. Also, jurisdiction of my case has been hijacked from Zurich, the canton of Zurich, where I live, by the Swiss federal government. They even went as far as changing Article 19 of the Swiss Asylum Act, which basically removes the jurisdiction from Zurich to Bern, the capital of Switzerland. Since this change in law, I have repeatedly asked for the office or the person in charge of my case, and I have been denied this information. Also, this new law to the Swiss Asylum Act expires just 2 months after my Swiss B residence permit expires in July of 2015. So it's a temporary law. While it's impossible to know whether it's specifically for my case, it appears that way. Therefore, since all my calls and emails and appointments have been for naught, I have decided to go on a hunger strike until I receive political asylum or I die. Like I've stated in the initial stages of this hunger strike, I would rather die of hunger in Switzerland than be tortured to death at the hands of a US or NATO country. The reality of asylum in Switzerland is such. Where I live, there's a non-profit organization called ZBA, which helps people get political asylum in Switzerland. And every day, people from Africa, Asia, South America receive political asylum. So my case is not about political asylum per se, but it's basically, if I do receive political asylum, it's basically an indictment by the government of Switzerland against the Obama administration for premeditated nuclear terrorism. So if I'm forced out after my permit expires, which is on July 19th, 2015, the following year, the Super Bowl will be in Dallas, Texas. At least that's what it appears right now. So I really don't have a choice. I know this is a gamble, but it's a choice that I have to make. Either I'm going to be granted political asylum in Switzerland, and hopefully after that the Obama administration will be indicted for war crimes, or I'm going to die a martyr for peace in Switzerland, and millions of people will find out about my case and find out about my struggle for the last 2 years attempting to get political asylum, and Switzerland will have to defend why they refuse to give a nuclear terror whistleblower political asylum here in this neutral state of Switzerland. Please share my story with your family, friends, and colleagues. The links to my Facebook and my blog and my website are in the description of this video. And I appreciate your time. Namaste.